So how you doing today? Y'all already know I am your host, Lacey G Soldier Turner, and today I got a very special guest with me. She's been doing a thing for a while. She is an international stylist and beauty mentor and public speaker. She got a great event coming up. We're gonna get into it. But without further ado, we got the wonderful, amazing, talented coach Feva G. Welcome to the platform.
Hey now.
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm doing good. I can't complain. I woke up this morning. So before I let the people know what we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna let them get to know a little bit about you. So can you let the people know where were you born and raised, and how was your upbringing as a child?
Oh, well, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I had a real diverse childhood. I had both sides. I'm kind of like the rich dad, but rich girl, poor girl kind of kid. So I grew up in the Central West End, and I went to really good schools, and I had a lot of mentorship, and I was a part of all the different programs. Modeling, drama, tap, just a lot. So I got exposed to a lot etiquette classes. So I'm poised and things of that nature. So I know how to code switch because I have the other side. Grew up on the other side. I grew up real poor and really didn't have a lot of uh, resources. So a lot of kids, it wasn't really that we would grow up poor, but we grew up with a whole lot of kids. And so you had to stretch the resources. So it was a lot less resources in the house where it was a whole lot of kids in the same age group. Whereas to where on the other side of my family, we had just two or three kids in the same age group. So we grew up pretty well off.
All right, so you got both sides. So you got the hood side and you got
You know
the
what I'm saying?
dash it all in together. So,
Yes.
so let me ask you this: what made you want to get into the beauty industry?
Oh, well, what made me want to get into the beauty, it's kind of a funny story. So, when I was growing up, I got a sister. Um, my sister, that's my rock. But when we were growing up, I guess she wanted to do her. So one day she took a bowl. I was about 7, and she put it on my head, and we used to have these who heard longer than yours competitions. And so she was like, "Oh, your hair longer than mine. Let me give you a cut." So she put a bowl on my head and she cut it around in a circle. And when she took it off, I looked like Mo from the Three Stooges. So my hair was a straight bowl cut as a 7-year-old. And I took these curling irons out of my mom's closet. It was some old school curling irons on about this inch in diameter, width in diameter, with toilet paper and tape wrapped around the end so I wouldn't burn my hand because the handle was broken. And I spiked my hair out with some spritz. And I did it like Patti LaBelle
Heck
because Patti LaBelle at the time was doing rock and roll.
yeah.
So I did it like that, and I got in trouble. Got a whooping. My butt whooped for that. But after I got a whooping, my mom said, "That really looked good. How did you do this?"
But she whooped you up.
She
You know
whooped me
what?
into a career path, and so
I like that.
yeah, I got into. I think after that, for me, I just always kept my hands in my head, and that's where it really started at for me.
Okay, okay. So I see that you are the owner and operator at Her Relics Beauty and Nail Salon. How did that come about? What made you open it up and everything?
Well, I've been in salon ownership for over 20 years.
Mm,
Um, when I first opened up my first salon, I was 22 years old, no money, no education. I didn't have a high school diploma or GED. So I
mm,
didn't have my cosmetology license.
right.
So I've been in it for a real long time. How I got to Hair Relics is during the pandemic, I had a salon in downtown Ferguson. Um, really large salon, beautiful salon. But because of the pandemic, we were good, but the landlord kind of got a little different on me. And
Mm,
so, because of what was going on between him and I, we just parted ways. I ended up getting a new location, and when I first got the other salon, it was called Vive La Sure. I ended up purchasing it from someone else, and I purchased a name and outright everything. But when we moved over to the new location, we still had all our staff. I just wanted something different that really was me, and I had already established Hair Relics, so I wanted to put a face to the name.
mm,
So I took that and created Hair Relics.
mm. So look, yeah, go over there, get y'all stuff done, ladies. Give us some more of that business.
Yes, that's right. We in G.
So look, you have done a whole lot. So I want to talk about one thing you have done recently that I have seen. You're a mentor speaker, and I saw one of your events. You was did a speaking engagement. You was teaching young mothers the importance of a personal appearance, job readiness, and showing up in the world. Can you tell the people about that?
So I don't know which one, but I do that frequently. I go and I speak to different audiences about various topics, and as far as job readiness and preparedness and getting yourself out here in the market for jobs and just anything, whether you're a model, whether you're in the entertainment industry or in the beauty industry, no matter who you are, you have to show up, right? And so you want to show up as your very best self. I always tell these young women and guys, show up the first time like that is your only time, because if you do it like that, then you make a lasting impression. But if you just show up, you're gonna make a lasting impression, but it might not be the one you want to make. So
Facts.
so yeah, so that's what it is. I always try to make sure we put our best foot forward. I'm a coach and consultant, so when I get an opportunity to be in anyone's life, I tell them I've been summoned, because you're not going to be the same whenever I exit your presence. So you want to get the best you can get from me. So if we're talking about your appearance and how you need to show up, let's go ahead and sharpening you up. You beautiful already, but let's get that sharpened so that you can put your best foot forward.
You see that she over here dropping them jewels for y'all. Bam, take those notes, take the notes. So look, you got a great big event coming up, the Beauty Connect, Bridging the Gap Career Fair and Expo. Can you tell the people all about that?
I absolutely can. So this is my baby. Bridging the Gap uh, is one of those things that I had to sit with. So in the process of life transitioning, and I'm a salon owner, I started really paying attention to how the process of streamlining the hiring was going in our industry. What I mean by streamlining is having a direct source to being able to hire. And because I'm in the industry, I pretty much always have a full salon, but sometimes I don't. I have boots available, and I'm a fashion week hairstylist. I'm a mentor. I'm a cosmetology instructor and trichologist. So I wear so many hats. I don't get an opportunity to let everybody know that I'm hiring. Whenever I do, I might make a post, but I might forget to make that next post for another month and a half because my schedule is always filled up. And these days, unless you're a content creator and a good one, the public don't even pay attention to you when you say certain things. And because of that, I wanted to make sure that the stylists, the barbers, the people within the industry had an easier way to be able to reach the salons and the barbershops that were hiring. So I put on Bridging the Gap Beauty Career Fair because I really wanted to see if, first and foremost, I wanted to know if this was something that was needed, right?
Yeah.
So I went around and I asked a bunch of hairstylists. And by the way, like I said, I'm a fashion week hairstylist. So I was in Paris, and I didn't know if it was a need outside of what my scope was. So I got around 200 hairstylists from around the world, and I asked the question, how important is it for us to have our own career fair? Not anything trying to sell us, but something that can actually get us hired in salons that feel like a home away from home. And everybody from England, from Europe, from America, they were all, even Canada, they were all like, when you get done, bring it to us. And so I said, okay, this is a need. We did the first one in November, and the premises was for the salon owners to be the vendors. They set up, they register, and they make their space look like they want people to feel when they walk into their space. And so we did a great job. They did unlimited interviews with all the practitioners that walked through the door. We got a lot of hires, but that wasn't good enough for me. So we bringing it back. I wanted to be more of a resource hub. So yes, we're still having salon owners come through and hire for their establishment, take note of who you are, do the interview and see you do your thing. But at the end of the day, we want to also bring the resources, because I started myself off at 22. I had no education. I didn't even have anything but skills. So we wanted to make sure these girls and guys in the industry don't just have the skill, but they are prepared for what they're entering into. So the resources are banks, Also people that help you write your business plans, because oftentimes we go into these business without a plan and we're hyped up and we're enjoying that, but we don't sustain our business. And so in order to be sustainable, you need certain things. So we brought all the resources, business owners, we brought the handyman for you because our things break down in the salon and we need them fixed. We need reliable people. We brought electricians, plumbers, carpenters. So you want to build something out, we got the people for you. Credit restoration. You need your credit. You need your credit. You need your
Definitely,
credit. And
definitely.
you need to understand credit.
Thanks.
So it's credit resources there as well. We also have financial literacy because it's okay to make a whole bunch of money, but how you spend it makes a big difference. We have people that talk about investments, insurance, because we need insurance, multiple types of insurance, whole lots of insurance really, but we have insurance people there. We have different salons. It's a plethora of things, but really these people are that are the vendors are to power the industry. These are the people that power the industry. So one of the biggest things and biggest components in the beauty industry is a lot of us happen to be ministers, therapists to all the people. You go to barbershop, you
Yes.
got your hair braided, you know how it goes. They
Thanks.
pour into us. And so because they pour out so much, they sometimes are neglecting themselves. So I know that therapy is a really big thing, and a lot of times we don't have time to do that. So we brought the therapy component as well because we wanted people to have an outlet for themselves as well as their families. And so it's a plethora of things going on. On top of all of that, we brought in Duchess of Ink,
Mhm.
formerly known as Black Ink Crew. She's coming to St. Louis and she'll be there tattooing on the spot. She's
Okay.
looking for one tattoo artist, guys. She said all the tattoo artists come out. She wanna connect with you, but she's looking for just one to tattoo alongside of her at the event. So listen, we still got room.
Mm. Hey, look,
Um,
I love it. I love it. Look, listen, I did not know about credit scores when I was young. See, my credit great now, but I ain't know it back. So y'all need to go out there and get that credit restoration up there this mug. You
that's
can do
right.
a lot
That's right.
without even having the money. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
So look, Miss Coach Fever, what date is this event and how can people come be a part of it? Is it free? Let people know.
Okay, so it's not free, but it's cheap, and it's not cheap, but it's cheap. It's $10 a general admission and 25. Yes, it's nothing. 25 for the VIP. VIP ticket holders get all the classes, courses, and workshops. The event is at October 19th, and it is from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it's an all day event
Where it's gonna be at? Where it's gonna be
at the
at?
Machinist Hall on off of St. Charles Rock Road. That is 12365 St. Charles Rock Road.
Okay, and you kind of spoke on this already, but I'm gonna ask anyway. What separates this from other expos out there?
What separates this from other expos is because we're hiring. We're actually a career fair. We have expo components, but we are a career fair. The whole premise is to help salon owners hire and keep their doors open because we are the staples of the community. And on the flip side, it's to help salon workers, barbers, beauticians, and makeup artists find a salon home that feel like a home away from home.
Okay, okay, I love that. So, where can the people get the tickets at?
At www.thebeautyconnect.com. That's the Beauty Connect with the K.
Okay, okay. So, look, let me ask you this though. So, you've been doing a lot of things on your journey. What would you say has been your greatest challenge?
My greatest challenge.
Mhm.
Um, hmm. My greatest challenge as far as business is concerned, me.
Mm.
I
Nice.
was my greatest challenge. I was my greatest challenge because I came in without the proper education, without going underneath anybody, and just learning. I'm really what you call get it out the mud. And so, because of that, I had to really overcome a lot of different things. One of the things was being hard headed and thinking that I knew what I didn't know. So, I had to get past that barrier. So, that's why I say I was the hardest, the most difficult challenge. I kept putting myself in places that I didn't know about. Instead of asking around and getting the information, I just walked in like I know it, and that really pushed me back a lot. And so once I got out of my own way, it was the sky. That's
Mm.
the thing. Yeah.
Okay, okay, I like that. On the flip side of that, what would you say has been your greatest accomplishment?
My greatest accomplishment. It may be the Beauty Connect, the Beauty Connect, because when I started this, it was just a thought. I just really just had a thought, and I started it, and I did it the first one, November 24th, 2024, at the Machinist Hall in the ballroom, and that was a big thing. We sold out. Over 40 salons signed up. Over 600 people came through. 22 hires on the spot. So we did good for the first time. But since then, I've gotten into three different cities. So we're also in Twin Cities, Minneapolis, Minnesota. And from that event, someone came out and seen me, and Tiffany Delaney, she's from St. Louis, but she's a celebrity publicist. I am now a producer on the Twin Cities Beauty and Her Expo because of how well I came off at the, Bridging the Gap. And so, and now I'm also in Charlotte, North Carolina. So not me, but the Beauty Connect. It's a growing thing, and it happens so quickly in less than a year's time.
That's dope. That's dope. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let me ask you this, Coach. What advice would you give to somebody who's trying to either get in cosmetology or start their own business, but may be nervous or scared? What advice would you give to them?
What advice is several things, but one thing I would tell you is to get a mentor. You do not have to write this book. It has already been written. Just go ahead and adapt to it and put your own spin on it. There are people who've done it before you, so reach out to them. Some people, are a little different, so be very wise at who you reach out to. Tell them what you want. They're not going to steal nothing from you. They're just going to help you.
Okay, okay. So let the people know how they can get with you if they want to get in contact with you and learn from you and all that type of stuff.
Well, you can reach me at Coach Feva G. I'm on Coach Feva G on all platforms. There's every platform, really. You can reach me, Coach Feva G. You also can go to fevadaniels.com. You can also look me over on there and www.thebeautyconnect.com.
Okay, okay. So look, my last question that I like to ask all my guests. So when it is all said and done and you are long gone from this earth, what is it that you want the people to know about Coach Fever G?
That my mission is to uplift, inspire, and educate you right out of the darkness into the light.
Mm, I like that. Look, drop the mic. Booyah for this piece. So listen, y'all, let's go down a Beauty Connect, Bridge of the Gap Career Fair Expo. Once again, Coach Fever G, let them know the date, let them know where they can get the tickets, let them know where it's at.
October 19th at the Machinist Hall in Bridgeton, Missouri. You can get your tickets at www.thebeautyconnect.com. And that's Beauty Connect with the K.
All right, all right. Well, I appreciate you for this interview. I'm gonna write this article. I'm gonna get it out to the people, and I'll let you know when I drop everything.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for having me.
No problem. You have a good day, Coach.
Thank you. You as well.
All
Bye.
right, bye bye, boys.